My name's Deanna. Sorry if the lighting's bad. I'm just trying to get the lighting right. It got a little bit dark, so my name's Deanna, and I'm coming to you guys with another video. I am tired, so excuse me if I slur, if I sound too low for you guys. But I had a vision about the fourth winds. As you may know, I'm psychic. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of visions. I have a lot of um relayed messages, basically. And I say relayed because these are not words of my own. These are very random. They are very not me in a sense. But yeah. So I was laying down in my bed. I'm a deep thinker. Like I would literally just lay in my bed and just start thinking about stuff. Close my eyes and just start thinking for hours upon hours until I fall asleep. But I was thinking about some random stuff and I got the words the fourth winds. Remind you, I didn't even know what the fourth winds was. I'm like, I just skip over it because I'm like, what's the fourth winds? Like, I don't even know what this is. That's what I mean by the voices. Yeah. So I get that. I just skip past it. I'm like, you know, it's just something that I heard. It's not a big deal. I didn't know what it was. I didn't read much of the Bible at the time, to be honest. Oh, I just hate the lighting. Like, I'm just trying to get it right. But I didn't really read much of the Bible, even though I did read parts of it. But now that I had that and getting certain scriptures from the Bible and visions, I read it a lot more often than I did before. And so yeah, I got the fourth winds, and then I asked myself, I'm like, what's the fourth winds? Because I know nothing about it, and that's where I see the vision of the little kids, which I call the angels. So I see these three kids, three of them. There's a boy is the first one that I notice, and he has dark hair. I know he had on shorts, and I believe he had on a white shirt. I'm not sure because after a while the vision starts to get like really fuzzy. So I see him, and then oh my gosh, like you know how you can just feel all the hairs on your arm just stand up at once? That's what just happened to me. And the crazy part is, as many times as I tried to upload this video, it didn't want to upload. But I'm gonna upload it today. So I see the little boy, and they look about, these children look like they're about 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13, like ages like that. And he's holding a girl's hand. And I can't remember the details of her because I didn't really catch her details in general. I just realized that he was holding her hand and she was a female. Like, sorry, it's just things in the dimensions start to fluctuate. Different lights, a lot of different lights. Like just now, I just seen like a bright light over my lamp. It was weird, and my lamp's off over there. So anyway, he's holding her hand, and then there's the two, right? Here's the space, and then here's the other one. So the other one is on the other side. I know that one of these girls had blonde hair, and I think it was the one on this side because for some reason I got a better image of her, I guess. But she had blonde hair and she was a Caucasian color. Um, all of them were like of a mixed race, and I realized that they said that we had to do something. At first, the message was more clear. Like, I actually knew what they said to me about us having to do something. But I just, as soon as I tried to tell someone, like right after I had the vision, I tried to tell my boyfriend. And it was like, I realized that certain pieces were like, I, certain pieces I couldn't remember. Like, I wasn't supposed to tell people certain things, or it would be purposely blocked out for some reason. But, yeah. They say that we have to do something. And I'm thinking to myself, what do we have to do? And remind you, these kids had the most illuminating light around them. Like, I kid you not. They had like their aura, like together as a whole, just illuminated the room. Like, you could tell that the three of them was a unit. And it looked like that other girl on the side was supposed to be holding someone else's hand. Like, they were supposed to be united. So, um, I see this, and I'm really curious at this point. Like, I get the fourth wind. I know nothing about that. And then, you know what word I just got? It's weird. KJV. I just had to say it real quick before I forgot. KJV is a certain part of the Bible that you can read. I don't know what it means. It's just when I click on certain stuff, it says KJV, but it randomly just popped in my head. So maybe that's the part of the scripture that you guys should go look at. Um, Fourth Wind KJV, I guess, if that's how you would type it. Excuse me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I just got it. What was I talking about? Oh, I forgot. Darn it. No, I was talking about the fourth winds. Oh well, I'm just go back to the part I remember. So as I was trying to tell him, it's weird. Pause, because when I realized that I forget stuff and then I go back and I watch these videos, it's like I was talking about a whole nother subject and then I jump right onto a new subject when I'm like, oh, I was talking about da da da. So excuse me if you just caught that. But yeah, I found it very weird. So I went to look it up, and what I found was very, very interesting. It talked about um, destruction of four beings coming on all points of the compass. Talked about angels in the end pushing away this destruction. And honestly, what I'm thinking now is just my opinion, my personal opinion, is that those kids that I seen were like a part of this energy that was going to push back whatever force was coming their way, you know? Music, like, so whatever energy was coming, these kids were going to push it away. Like, I guess that's why Jesus wants all of his children to unite. God wants all of his children to unite. And yeah. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you guys this. I have to tell you this. Now that I brought up being united as a whole, because I feel compelled to tell you this. But I'm gonna go back to the fourth winds part because I do that a lot. I get off topic and things. But I read it and it talked about destruction. The destruction part really scared me because they were talking about, what were they talking about? Oh my gosh. I know I remember something about fire and stuff like that. I'm tired. But yeah. After I seen that, it really like struck me. I was kind of a little bit scared because you're getting this message and it's in the Bible, and you're like, okay, I'm getting this message. It's in the Bible. It's in certain parts of the Revelation. So that means that it's coming now or later, because personally, that type of stuff scares me. Even knowing that God is like an omnipresence and is everywhere, even within us, it just really scares me to think that the destruction is coming. But the way that the world is set up nowadays, I really don't care. That sounds cruel to say. I don't care, but at the same time, all I want for people is to survive and to actually come to sense with themselves at the end of the day. Because I feel like that would make society whole. But maybe all this destruction in a way is just bringing us all together. And what I wanted to talk on about uniting, I had a vision. I had another vision. And it was of me, myself. And it really spoke a lot about values. It's like one picture has over a million words and over a million forms of expression and thought. And that's really beautiful to me. And so in the vision, I'm trying to describe it correctly and not muffle or stumble on my words. It was like, let's say, okay, this is a wall, this is a wall, in the middle is my path. So on this side of the wall, where my dreams shifted a little bit, I could see like in a certain corner of this wall that it was a ridge. It was a clear ridge. And I'm just getting to the details because yeah. So on one side of the wall, literally on my left, there was a fake holy light. That sounds weird, right? A fake holy light. That just reminded me of, when I thought about it, it reminded me of deception, um, a lot of false things that people may be teaching or that I may be reading or things like that, like a lot of false holiness, whatever. And on my right side was um a bunch of, it reminded me of being melted together, like it was all together. And it had shapes and symbols, and the shapes were like dark blue. Everything had a dark blue color, but more of a vibrant blue. And in the middle of this imagery, on this side, in the middle of those shapes, it had a triangle with the eye in the middle, just like on the dollar bill. Like it resembled the dollar bill eye that we see on all of our money, basically. So yeah, I really took that as, two steps in the opposite direction: false teaching and being caught up in symbolism and money. And in the middle of me, I tell you no lie, there was this bright, 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 bright light in the middle. Like this path, like the road of this path was bright. Everything was bright. The scenery in the middle of this path was bright, and this path was very narrow. Like it was so narrow. And at the beginning of this vision, I actually turned and was attracted to the false light. Like I felt like I was gonna step in there for a minute, but then caught myself, and I'm like, nah. So I turn up, my vision shifts, and I see the other side, and I'm like, what? And then I look in the middle of me, and that's what I see: a whole bunch of beautiful light. It looked nothing like this false holy light over here. Like you could tell that that was artificial. Like it had, like you could just tell a fake light from a real light. Like it was a drawing of some sort, like an illusion. That's the better word, an illusion. So it was more like an illusion. And in the middle was this aimless path. And that's really what I'm trying to decipher in life: this aimless path. And this video is almost 60 minutes. I keep on making videos that's almost 60 minutes, and I don't edit my videos, so bear with me. So yeah, after I seen that, craziest part, I started seeing all these different signs around me every time. Like even in the offices, I would see path. Like I would just look at a certain board and it would say travel, path, unite, come together. Like just random things that you notice that you didn't notice before. And a lot of people be like, well, it's just because you had the vision. No, it's like I never even paid attention to these things. I never seen it. I never even cared. But I think it's a sign on what really matters, and to recognize the falsehood of our fake reality, or what we make our reality, or what the symbolism of reality makes of us. If that makes sense, I don't know. It makes sense to me. Okay. So yeah. That's all I gotta say. I mean, you take the path that you want to take, but as long as you take that, I don't know how I want to say it, because the way that I feel it is more like, don't think of your direction, just go. You know, don't overthink it, just go. Follow the path that's omniscient, you know, illuminating. But yeah, that's it for my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really would like to hear more about what you think about this. Like, what do you think about a vision, about the fourth winds, and these angels coming forth to me as children, or anything like that? Because I know I have a lot of people in my comments that are very spiritual, and that go to church and things like that, and I respect that. Even if I disagree with certain parts of religion and things that may have happened in religion, I respect that you guys actually are dedicated to giving your lives to, or trying to find, the omnipresence. I respect it. And also, get this book, the autobiography of a yogi. It's by Yogananda. It's really good. I mean, it got Babaji in here. It got Sir Yuxwar. I don't think I'm saying his name right. Um, yeah, and he gained his names from his spiritual master, his spiritual teacher. That's just basically the type of time that I'm on nowadays. So yeah, that's it for my video. I'm sorry if the lighting was bad. I kept stuttering. My mouth was dry. I'm tired. Bags. So I'm in this video. Have a blessed day. Have a good day. Have a good night wherever you are. And just pray for one another, basically. Peace.